Faszom használja ezt. Nézd az alkalmat. Micsoda, én azt mondom. Tartja rajta. Mondod, hogy gombolta ki, mert túlszűk lenne. Csipője nem fér bele, ahogy jönnél. Ez a tollard, mert azt tudom, hogy az armband, várjál. Igen, az armband.
All right.
Csak így megjelent. Nagyobb, mint a nő. De nézd, hogy nagyobb a kar, mint a nő. Igen, igen.
I must continue to train.
Nem értem, mert nem mondtam a fasznak a szavak. Annyi effort van mögötte, nézd meg, mennyi hátteret kidolgoztak, 3D-s hátteret. Elég is vannak hozzá, vannak a számol. Látja. Ezt elmentettem most, hogy így fog kinézni neked a Laurál elég. Egyre össze-vissza ezért a tűgötön. Köszönöm. Szívesen tudtam. De amikor már játszanál is. Hoppán! 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 Gyek! Mi lett jól? Bántanak. Hoppán! Hoppán!
Rendering browsing interface.
Yes. vagy le se szarod. Nézed?
Akkor ki is kapcsoltam a streamet, múlt se érdekel akkor. Nézed én engem? Fogadjál, én ki is nyomom. Ezt akkor neked nincs itt keresni valód az esetben. Kettő 21. Vasárnap. My story takes place a week after Crossbar's liberation. Right as instructor Randy returned to the branch campus several days after Yuna. Oh, look who it is! Welcome back, Instructor Randy! It's good to have you be here again. Hey Rin, Toby, even got Michael coming out to say hello. You don't have to roll out the red carpet for me, this isn't a big deal. No way, we don't miss this for anything. Sounds like you had plenty to straighten out over there once things settle down. You don't know the half of it. Wait, shouldn't you three be teaching right now? If you're all here, what are the students? We moved our homeroom periods up, so it's fine. It's what they all wanted anyway. What? Who wanted? Instructor Randy! It's so good to see you. Welcome back! You and Yuna were pure brilliant in that operation. That's our instructor for you. Always ready to put in the work to get the job done. Wow. Thanks, kids. I missed you. None of you got rusty while I was away now, did you? You have nothing to worry about there, instructor. I'm more wondering if you got rusty without us there to keep you on your toes. Very funny. I swear you live to give me a hard time, Ash. You're gonna make it even harder for me to leave in a month's time than it already is. I think it's too late for that. Hooray! Looks like our surprise reception was a success. I say you're a special guy to us, Randy. Egy különleges pasi vagy számunkra, Randy. Thanks to all of you. It really is good to be here again, even if just briefly. Like Instructor Orlando, I will also be taking my leave once the school year comes to a close. I suggest you make your decision regarding a certain something sooner rather than later, Instructor Herschel. Right. The path chosen. Ez továbbról szól akkor. Megyünk egy pár napot, vagy hetet. Látogatunk már 3. hó 9-re, kedre.
Miért kell beszélni a látogatás? Nem mindegy.
Lássuk, hogy Randy visszajött az iskolába. Úgy. Tova! Tova! Erin, what's up? School's already over. Is something wrong? You've been spacing out a lot recently. No, I'm totally fine. Just a little sleep deprived. Why haven't you gone home yet? Have you forgotten? Everyone's coming today, so you were going to tag along with me to welcome them. Ah, that's right. Rin, what time is it? We have to hurry to the station. No worries, we still have time. Let's pack up and head out. We arrive at last. I haven't been here since just before the war. It really does remind me of Trista. I'm starting to think we shouldn't have come in uniform though. Right, things have been hectic today, but even so, wearing my uniform when I'm off duty may be a tad gauche. Oh, it's fine. You both look cool as heck, I am all. Hey everyone! We're glad you could make it. Thanks for taking time out of your busy schedules to see us. It means a lot. Oh, think nothing of it. It's just a shame that some of us weren't able to make it. I was rather preoccupied the last time I visited Leaves, so I'm looking forward to having a proper tour this time. We'll be happy to show you the sights, so we only need a few more till our group is complete. Aha, and there they are. Oh.
Yo, didn't think you guys would beat us.
Sorry to keep you waiting, kittens.
Angelika Rogner. George Noam.
Not at all. We only just got here ourselves. The gang's finally back together.
I honestly wasn't sure whether I should come, but you were kind enough to invite me, so how could I say no?
Well, shall we get this celebration underway? Let the pre-party of the Thor's 220th class reunion begin!
220. class. Wow. 220th class reunion begin. Tonight was our class reunion, an event Angie spared no trouble planning. The main event was scheduled for a fancy hotel in Heimdall, but some coming early wanted to visit the branch campus as well. After securing the principal's permission, we agreed that they could drop by after classes had ended for the day. Whoa, is this really your first time playing tennis? Right? I've never seen anyone pick it up so quickly. Well, used to play lacrosse back on the main campus, so a racket's not too hard to wrap my head around. Doesn't hurt that a tennis ball is just about the same size. Anyway, come on, let's get serious. Is that all you students can muster up these days? I figured you could do better than this. Oh, now you've done it. You'll make you eat those words. Go, Yuna. Go, Jessica. You've got this. Wow, this looks delicious. Yes, and it's so colorful as well. That's thanks to the fresh fruit that Sandy grew. And Freddy's wiregrass makes for a wonderful accent, I find. Wow, not bad at all. What exactly did he contribute to this though? Nincs kíváncsi lennék. Sure, don't worry, just a bunch of herbs I picked in the mountains. I should expect nothing less from a former member of the gardening club. You garnish with the best of them. I could learn a lot from you. That's right. Love is everything. Absolutely everything. Dorothy. Just as Torio and Alexei demonstrate in this story, love transcends any barrier. Age, birthplace, status, even gender couldn't keep them apart. In fact, those obstacles only made their love stronger. I know just what you mean. Their love is so pure and precious. What about you? What do you think? That we just wanna be left the hell alone. Maybe I should gonna elsewhere. Yeah, also. And that's how it's done. Whoa. That phone was so beautiful and flawless. You were superb, Angelica. I'm extremely impressed. Angie's always being good at that sort of thing. Stuff like that lets her make a good impression on the kind of people who care about decorum. What can I say? It's the secret to my success in life. But enough about me. San Maya, you fill out those kimonos wonderfully. What a double dose of heavenly beauty. Istenem. We should call a few more kittens over and have ourselves a very intimate little kimono party. There is cool, Angie, cool your jets. I don't know, I think it's a rather intriguing proposition. Intriguing or not, we don't even have enough kimonos to go around for it. You good, Vincent? You've been sitting completely still for a while. Someone, please help me. My legs, they've fallen asleep. Szegény nem tud felállni. Ó, csak nevet és megy tovább. De mindenhol benéz. Oh, gitárosok! Ah, what's the matter, Reed? You're getting slow on me. Ah, you're not bad for a guy who hasn't done this in ages yourself. Oh, you guys are too cool. I know for years that crew is a deft hand, but wow. They are the ones who put on that legendary school festival performance. You can't let them steal the spotlight. And so the fun times blew by, and we headed for the hotel in the capital that would serve as the venue for our class reunion. That was such a blast. It was. There are so many incredible students here. We'll have to bring the rest of our old class to visit someday. Sounds like fun. You'll be going straight back to Jurai after the party's over, right, Crow? I seem to remember Stark applying for some time to follow suit. Yeah, sounds like things have been nuts over there lately, so we're gonna go see what's up. I'm sure you know all about the debates in Northumbria about breaking off from the Empire. All that's been having an influence on Jurai too. I'm sure all the word about Grossbell getting its independence back is only adding fuel to the fire. But Jurai is only prospered as an SEZ, so I can't see him throwing that away just for autonomy. In that case, yeah, Northumbria might be a different story though. I take it that when everything's calmed down, you're planning to, well... don't be getting all mopey on me. We're not snot-nosed kids anymore. Says the perpetual troublemaker. Well, take care. Let me know when you get to Jurai safely. Sure thing, Mom. Yeesh. Be coming back by train after Boraitova. Oh, I hope you have a good time. Thanks, I'll be back later on tonight. By the way, that dress is looking real fine on you, Tova. Oh, free day. So what's the harm in coming back tomorrow morning? If we are going to party it up at the hotel, we could also party it down if you get my drift. Angie! You don't even try to keep it vogue anymore. Make sure you keep your cougar on a tight leash, you hear, George? Someday this will stop being up to me. Someday. Anyway, time to head off. See you, Ian. Take care. Give my regards to the others. We will. Bye for now. Én nem ütőtek még be. Nem csináltak rá animációt, hogy beülnek. És oldalkocsik.
Hot damn. Gotta level with you guys. Today was more of a blast than I ever expected.
That was your first time on campus in a while, so I'm not surprised you got into it. I'm glad I came too.
Well, you're welcome back anytime. Students were happy to see you. So, once things have settled down in Jirai, you're planning to go travel all on your own, right, Crow?
That's the plan. I think I'm a smidge too old for journeys of self-discovery, to be honest. But I wouldn't even be here now if not for Ordine and the rest. It makes me want to find meaning in my life, you know?
Yeah.
Well, make the most of it.
My investigation into the Black Workshop is mostly done, so I'm asking if the professor will let me stay at the Ruhr Institute. Nothing's gonna erase the bad I've put into the world. But that doesn't mean I can't try to put in some good.
I think that's a good idea. Perfect, even.
We're all living through a time of great change for the Empire. For the whole continent, really. The class system we've all accepted as an immutable part of Erebonian life is on its way out the door. That's why I need to talk to Father about what our family can do for the people of Nortia going forward. What about you, Toa? Have you decided whether you're going to leave the branch campus or not?
You knew?
You forget. We four go way back. We figured it out ages ago. That's about the only thing that could be eating at you like this right about now.
We're here if you need friends to talk it through with, Toa. And that's what we're here for. To lean on when the going gets tough.
Guys. Alright. You win. You remember how I went around and helped multiple NGOs after graduating? One of those groups helps rebuild areas hit by disaster or war. And they resolve diplomatic disputes as a neutral party. Well, that organization's director got in touch with me recently. They said their goal was to help address the scars the war has left on the world. And they want me to help.
Huh. I didn't think you'd been asked to help do something that big.
Fits you like a glove, though. Between the Civil War, this last war, and the trade conference, you've shown you're great at desk work, negotiating, and so much more. I can see you really being able to make a difference in a place like that, which must be what they see in you, too.
I feel like they're overestimating me a little, to be honest. While the war might technically be over, we're still very much feeling its effects. It's been 6 months since we all came together to end the Great Twilight, but a great shadow still looms over us.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about the hell being raised in Jirai and Northumbria. Crossbell's never not feeling it.
And those who played a part in bringing it about still have atoning to do. Myself included.
And then there are the people scarred by the war.
You know what I think, Toa? I think you have your answer already.
Yeah, maybe I do. I can't deny it's a really important task. I'd likely be able to help the Empire and all of Zumeria far more in this role than if I were just to stay an instructor. Objectively speaking, I'm also sure I could handle the workload involved. Even so,
This takes me back to Thor's. Remember when we were in on those Arcus tests? You were totally bewildered as to why you'd been chosen at first.
Oh. I really was. We were all good friends by that point. But I remember being so confused on why Instructor Sarah picked me. You and Crow were two of the most capable students in our year. George was one of Professor Schmidt's disciples and a highly gifted engineer in his own right. And then there was me, an ordinary girl who just knew my way around organizing files a little better than most.
I don't know. If anyone else said they became student council president in the first year, I wouldn't believe them.
Az olyan kanzi, hogy nem volt senki, csak szegény Toa. Csomó munkáját rászóztak.
That's something you handled like it was nothing, I might add. Even with the Arcus tests thrown into the mix. While on our field studies, you'd prepared the rest of the council for every kind of eventuality without fail. And then you still had the energy to support us by drafting up game plans and guiding us wherever we went.
We would have been up shit creek without those. Sarah was some kind of slave driver on us innocent babes. You made it so we did more than squeak by on those tests. Even made him a fond memory. You're the glue that holds us together, Toa.
You're all gonna make me blush. I was only able to do all of that because I had you. You noticed how anxious I was and gave me a gentle push in the right direction. Having you all at my back gave me the strength to face forward. That's why I was able to handle everything. So much happened during our years at the academy, both good and bad. But no matter how grim things looked, we always got through them by supporting each other. And before I knew it, I'd really come to love Thor's. And there was Class 7. I never could have dreamed when I met everyone that we'd make it through 2 wars together, but here we are.
I doubt anyone could have seen all that's happened coming.
It's been wild beyond belief, yeah. Remember when I died? Fun times.
I know we use humor to cope, but Hades above, that is grim. Oh, you know, you technically never graduated, did you, Crow? Maybe you could enroll at the branch campus when your journey's all over. Finish up your studies.
Seconding that idea. Don't you want to study under Instructor Reen?
Yeah, because I really want to hit those books.
There's a part of me that wishes I could turn back time and go through school all over again. I only enrolled at Thor's because I didn't want to run away from the importance of power in the military.
Igaz. Nem sokat volt úgy mutatva. Már a Reen előtti játékokra eljátszott volt.
But I got more than I ever bargained for during my time there. And I'm still learning so much by teaching at the branch campus. It was the connections we gained from being part of the Thor's family that let us overcome the Great Twilight. And I think those connections are just as important as the work I'd be doing as part of the NGO. Carrying the torch of camaraderie and cooperation forward however we can is our duty as the foundation of the world.
Fair enough.
Sounds to me like your course is set then.
Just follow your heart, Toa. It won't lead you astray. If life takes you to a fork in the road, and neither road feels right to tread, you forge a third path, all your own. That's how Reans, and how our group, have always done it.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Angie. Thanks for helping me think this through, you guys.
I just sat here looking pretty.
Give it your best, Toa. We'll always be rooting for you. No matter how far apart we are or how much our paths diverge, that will never change.
Never ever.
We then made our way to the class reunion in the capital. It was wonderful seeing so many old friends I hadn't had time to meet since graduating, and between good food and drinks time flew. But soon the time came to depart, and after saying my goodbyes, I'd only just made the last train of the night back to Leaves. Ah, that was so much fun. Everyone looked like they were doing so well. Klein, Friedel. I hope we can squeeze in enough time to hang out again soon. The next stop is Leaves. Leaves. When disembarking.
Kezdődött az ő sztori a suliban. Nem? Ez az ő sztoria volt.
Igen.
Ja, igen, nincs vége.
That was a close one. I almost missed my stop. Welcome back.
Este 7-kor már tudok játszani. Sötét van. De ez már horror játék. Sötét.
Jó, ez már nem rossz. What brings you here, Ian? Did you come to meet me? I was out for a nighttime stroll anyway, so I thought I would. You have a fun time at the reunion? The funnest. I admit I didn't expect to get back and run into you first thing like this. I just couldn't get to sleep. I've got a lot on my mind, I guess. There's next term's lessons and new students to plan for, not to mention the fact that we are going to be losing Randy and Major Irving. Possibly even you too. Oh. You saw right through me too, huh? Listen, Reen. I'm not going to weigh in on your decision. If I did, I just end up trying to make you stay. Besides, even if you do end up leaving, that's not going to sever the bond between us. That's how Torch is. Just follow the path that you believe in, and know that I'll be supporting you the whole way. Thanks, Rin. That makes a lot coming from you. I could tell that Rin felt the same way I did. That's how we were able to come this far. Even when we were apart, we were always supporting one another. And with that in mind, the path I ought to choose became clear. Later. Is that your answer, Miss Herschel? Yes, I'm going to stay at the branch campus. But I want to take on as many jobs as possible from the NGO. We personally love that, but are you sure? The path you're choosing to go down is undeniably more difficult than any of your other options. Ja, ő úgy gondolja, hogy ő csinálja mindkettőt. A tanár akar maradni, de közben fontos diplomata is szeretne lenni. Igen, csinál mindent. Mert nem akarja otthagyni az iskolát se. Mert egy diplomata munkahely úgy általában olyan lightos. Mindegy. Not any of your other options. I know. But I think my connection to Thors will prove useful in my NGO activities. I want to link the two of them together, not just for the Empire, but for the future of the entire continent. I see. In that case, I say no more. Let's get down to business. I wanted to talk to you about the arrangements for negotiations in the lead up to the signing ceremony. Of course. She's going out of her way to pick the hardest path of them all. Yours has quite the future ahead of it, and that includes you. This is just the end result of all of our big choices. You and I are both part of Thor's now. You don't got much room to talk for. Well, you're not wrong. She'll be taking my place as head instructor. Rosa, you'd better give her the backup she needs. Of course, for both you and Randy. The new military finance instructor is coming by to say hello today, right? Yes, she'll be taking Instructor Herschel's place. She can be quite rash, but I do believe she's the right woman for the job. Oh, okay. A húga, aki az előző Reminisce-be volt benne, ha emlékszel. Ő jön ide akkor most Tova helyére, mert most Tova, ő meg Irving helyét veszi át, mint lead instructor. Így összekötődik. And if I remember correctly, she's your... Igen, és itt is van. Szara. So this is it, Thor's Branch Campus. The place connected to her alma mater. Well, not much else to do but dive right in. I'll give this everything I've got. Daydream, the path chosen, and received 5000 mirror as a reward. Obtain the first time bonus item, Diamond Nova Ultra Rare. Tovasz Cheongzam. Azt tudom, hogy kell ezt kimondani, bazd meg. Cheongzam. Valami olyasmi. Csomó character notes. Crow, self-discovery. After he wraps up business in his hometown of Jurai, Crow intends to go on a journey to find some kind of meaning behind his second chance at life. Third path, Tova chooses to stay at the branch campus while working for an NGO, hoping to one day become as fine a chief instructor as Michael was. Angelica, so noble. Angelica ponders over what the nobility can do for their people in an age where not only the Empire but the entire continent is in the midst of change. George. From Hero, George plans to approach Professor Schmidt about staying at the Reverie Institute of Technology, hoping it will help him become a foundation of the world. Adele, the gardening club. Adele visits the branch campus to treat the students with an aromatic cheesecake baked with fruits and herbs, showing off her gardening club skills. Second Lieutenant Emily Club. Even if their specialty is lacrosse, Emily and Theresia defeat the branch campus tennis club on their first try playing the sport. Second Lieutenant Theresia. Theresia naturally pairs up with Emily in a game of tennis during their visit to the branch campus. Jaj. Néztem. Igen, néztem.
Rendering browsing interface.
Jó van. De nem. Most is.
Mi van? A következő?
Igen.
Volt 2 sztori.
El fog fáradni a
Rendering
torkom.
browsing interface.
De a végére érsz. Nem kis munka.
Ennyi extra sztori. Ami mind extra.
De fontosabb, látod?
Egyébként igen.
3 days after the SSS successfully liberated Crossbell,
Holnap mit reggelizzünk vagyunk? Péntek lesz. Mész az Oceanre? Be?
Ha megyek az úsem, akkor gyorsabb reggel kell, mert így sokkal érek vissza.
Azért kérdezem, hogy mész-e? Mert végül csak felütöttük mit ötletet, de nem voltál benne, hogy akarsz menni. Nem szükséges menet, nem kell.
Szóval kell-e mennem, ezt nem tudom, mert végül is hétvégére milyen kaját? Csinálják húslevest?
Szabadon azt kezdtük el magyarázgatni,
Vagy akkor, vagy akkor,
akkor bemegyünk.
akkor beülünk valahol, vagy akkor vasárnapra milyen kaját csinálok. Vagy akkor, mit tudom én.
Akkor bemegyünk fajcsizni szombaton, de az egész mögött az volt az egyik elképzelés, hogy hát akkor rendelünk.
De hogyha meg megyünk a...
Kínait együnk.
Elviszük a biciklit felpumpálni, akkor attól még messze leszünk a bármi étteremtől.
De ott vissza kell hozni a bringát, de nem teszem a egy étteremben, de már van, senki nem mondja, hogy komolyan. Egy erővel oda sokat megy.
Hát lehet ott lakatolni, de akkor úgyis végig sétálnunk kéne vele.
Lakat csak neked biztonságot a bringán, igazából semmi. Oda jön valami visszaveszi izét, cigány elmegyek is. Hozott vágójában van, meg azt kiadogat kell, ezért kettémosítja.
Hát ahogy láttam a neten, kb. A világ összes lakatát el lehet vágni igazániból. Kevés olyan van, amit nem...
Az a lényeg, hogy levisszük reggel, amúgy is mit tudom én, mikor visszük a reggel.
Délelőtt, na.
Vagy
úgy-
délelőtt, nem reggel, igen.
Úgyse reggel visszük.
Visszajövünk esetleg, mit tudom én. Akkor bemehetünk, már akadunk és hangulatjavító kajcsizást. Be kéne menni a fórumba hozzá.
Valószínűleg az a legegyszerűbb, hogy a fórumba vagy plázába megyünk.
Ha megnézzük, hogy azt is csinálni, megnézzük, milyen mozi műsor megy a moziban,
Szombaton végül is.
és akkor elmegyünk mozizni. És ez egy jó kis kiucarás, egy kis pihenés, egy kis kikapcsolódás, veszünk chipset a moziban, vagy egy csokidat, meg innivalót, utána meg ebédelünk. És akkor le van tudva. És akkor vasárnap meg esetleg akkor kínait rendelünk. És akkor nem kell most felcsinálni.
És akkor meg már nincs értelme menni, akkor meg úsembe.
Nincs értelme menni Oceanbe, igen. De húsleves tudod egyébként, hogy függetlenül, tehát tudsz csinálni húslevest, és akkor nem kell rendelni kaját.
De akkor az még úgyis kell második. De akkor azt meg rendelhetünk külön másodikat. Most amit vettem csirkecomot, azt felraktam a fagyóba, a zöldséget is fel tudom rakni. Feldarabolom, fel tudom tenni azt is. Igen, azt szombat délután végig is megcsinálhatom. Vagy vasárnap reggel. Végül is. Meg lehet. És akkor csak másodikat, és akkor rendelünk valami másodikat. De akkor is igazából nem kell elmennem vásárolni. Akkor meg csak levest csinálok, ahhoz meg van minden. Akkor meg minek?
Csinál tovább. Elmentetted előtte?
De holnap reggel mit reggelizünk? Azt hiszem. Nincs is szaga. De jöhet.
Miért kell ide fosnod?
Hát finganom kellett.
Ne fingjál.
I found myself being the first of my old classmates to see the city in all its newfound freedom. Excuse me, but would you two be Commander Sonia Bells and Vice Commissioner Pierre?
That's correct. Inspector Regnitz, yes? We've been expecting you.
Quite an entourage.
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
We've come on behalf of the Government Accountability Inspectorate. I hope we can count on your cooperation during our visit. Ordinarily, the withdrawal of all Erebonian troops and weaponry from Crossbell should have happened immediately after the war. The IDF's occupation had caused the delay, but now it could finally be executed, and overseeing it was our mission. This critical assignment came directly from my father, a task closely linked with Crossbell's independence to boot. Veteran inspectors in Rhineford were entrusted with watching over Tangram Fortress and the local military factory, while I was assigned to the city itself, and my primary focus would be the tower the defense force had occupied. The SSS only knows how to do it big, don't they? Can't believe they pulled this off. I heard Yuna's still out of school to help them in dealing with the aftermath.
Thank you. I think we have a better handle on what happened here now. So after the SSS charged in,
I remember him from the files related to the SSS. First Division, I think. What was his name again? Never mind. I need to focus on work. Off to the 36th floor, then.
The Skydive Gargantuan task for Machias to inspect the inside of Otis Tower, reviewing each shard of broken glass or overturned trees. But while working hand in hand with the local police and CGF, he set out to ensure that no offense caused by the IDF would go unnoticed. The work was exhausting mentally and physically. Days in, he was still on the clock long after burning the midnight oil. This left no time to go out for drinks with fellow colleagues. It was just him and his work. He could feel the fatigue start to eat away at him. Thankfully, there was a local cafe that had become a small haven for his weary soul.
Thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials.
Thank you. There's no better morning ritual than one that starts with a good cup of coffee. Now I can start work with my best foot forward.
Hey, check out the Imperial.
Oh yeah, a pal of mine in the tower was telling me about having to work with that guy.
Thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials.
Much obliged.
Detective Dudley.
Nothing like that first cup of the day.
He was determined to do his job well for the SSS who fought by his side during the twilight. All of his friends doing what they could back in the Empire, and for his father who believed he could handle such an important task. Little did he know, however, that his hard-earned day of several days later would be spent around his beloved brew.
You're all out of dark roast?
I'm so sorry, sir. I know it's your go-to coffee. Ours is ground with beans imported straight from Orid. But I'm afraid something's happened that's made it impossible to get back in stock. The owner was saying something about crime being afoot.
Wait, what crime is being committed?
Oh, sorry, sir. Listen to me go on.
Not at all. In fact, do go on.
Detective? Well, what he said. Our morning's just not the same without your coffee. If you don't mind, could you let us speak to the owner of this establishment?
Most a kávébab hiány után fognak nyomozni. Mondd, mivel francia eredetű szó, az X-et biztos nem ejtik.
A gyűlözni?
Szerintem
Általában úgy kell csinálni, hogy ami betűk nincsenek benne, azokat kell mondani.
azok közül választhatsz egyet.
Német van.
Van, mert
Akkor
az X.
A gyű.
Igen, mert nekik az X az csak ilyen dísz, mert hogy szép megnéz ki.
Benne semmi, amit gyére emlékeztet, hogy ilyen sem szóltak ilyen.
Igen, és jól is hangzik. Valószínűleg az, vagy valami hasonló. Az a neve, hogy ők most kávé... A fogadóban, ahol reggel isszák a kávét, nem tudnak kávét importálni valamiféle crime miatt. És azért nyomoznak. We've gotten a number of queries about missing parcels, deliveries to the wrong address and the like. My hunch is that trade resuming just plain has companies in chaos. I sure hope things will calm down soon. Indeed. Thank you for your cooperation. I had a hunch after hearing what the coffee owner had to say, but wow. This runs deeper than it rightly should. It also matches up with several reports the police have received. Several communication and delivery mishaps in the confusion just after Crossbell's liberation were eventually traced to imported goods and sundries disappearing in transit. Right, and there are too many cases for it to all be mere coincidence. If the staff testimonials are anything to go by, it's not just restaurants either, any business could fall victim. It's all in a way so that they don't even notice there's a pattern. Try the underhanded operation. Are there multiple perps or is someone acting alone? What could their MO be? We need to gather information. It occurs to me now that this is rather late, but I was sent from the Empire on work-related business at Otis Tower just last week. My name is... You're Inspector Machias Regnitz, I know. Alex Dudley of the CPD's first investigative division. So you knew who I was this whole time. From reports related to the SSS, I'm guessing. First Division deals in foreign affairs as well, so naturally I know about you. Your father being Representative Regnitz and you being a member of Class 7 puts you on our radar more than any report. Right, I'm sure. Don't let me knowing that freeze you up on me. For the first time in quite a while, I'm not on the clock, but I'm not about to sit back when my coffee is in danger. You'll have no shortage of obstacles to face in the days to come. I won't let them be mired by the loss of one of my life's simple pleasures. Oh. So Inspector Regnitz, might I request your cooperation with my independent investigation? I realize this is out of our respective jurisdictions, but I hope you might say yes as a fellow lover of coffee. Of course, I'd be happy to assist. Thus the two formed an unusual bond and opened up an investigation for their beloved bitter beings. Their first stop was inside the department store where Machias questioned his old friend Potiri. The reputable trader Harold Hayworth was next on the list, and he suggested they visit each district to interview the city's merchants. Yeah, I know the one you're talking about. Use that route all the time myself. Lucky for me, I was sure to move some things around ahead of time so we're not hurting stock-wise. I'm thinking whoever's behind it's either green as grass, the underworld, or they straight have no fear of death, or both. What makes you think that? I don't mind answering, but it's going to cost you. Though I think I can afford to give you a friendly discount, detective. I would have thought it had a bigger problem with her line of work. So that's about everything we could figure out. This is doing a lot more harm to the locals than I ever would have realized. It's an incredible help, so thank you. The junior SSS is everything I'd hoped for and more. Good, with all the SSS does for us, we're always down to cover for them. Ask us for half an hour you need it. Egyre azt csinálják, igen. I certainly will. I'm sure I'll be back at some point. Úgyhogy követik, hogy miért hiányzik a kávé, de most észrevették, hogy több ilyen importált dolog is hiányzik különböző üzletekből. He's quicker to think on his feet than I gave him credit for. I wonder why I didn't see this side of you coming. I hadn't pegged you as the type to have connections to Nine Valley or Beckley Bar. Any detective works with salt knows there are valuable clues to be derived from the underground. I suppose I'm not the only one who's had his expectations flipped then. Your file read like you'd be more resistant to going off book. Thought you'd be more straight-laced. Don't take this the wrong way, but that applies more to you than to me. I've still got a ways to go. Crossbar's independence is at stake. I can't afford to let my inexperience as an inspector be what screws it up. I don't... Ow! Where's the next bar? Oh, there, sir. Sorry about that. Not at all, I should have stepped out of the way. If I recall, this guy works in general affairs at Orpheus Tower. Huh? Gosh. I remember you. You're that inspector from the Empire. Took that ID out the door. Got all the paperwork in order. chef, hell of a hard worker. I'm guessing it's easy for an Imperial to finish what Imperial started, huh? That isn't how I would put it. You know, I've been hearing lots of stories about Frodo picking up gear again. They keep that up. They might start calling this place the City of Sid the way they did before the SSS cleaned the place up. It's you bastards' fault. Just come in and stop tearing down everything we built. Hey, that's enough. Understand lips are loose when drunk, but any more out of that mouth and it will be interfering with official business. Huh? Wait, I shield you out too. So yeah, make my kiss. What are you doing, you moron? Stop hacking random people on the street. Sorry about him. He gets like this when he drinks too much. God, Detective Dudley and Inspector Ragnitz? Oh, alias, I'm so sorry if my friend said anything rude. I think he's been doing too much OT since the liberation. Come on, man, let's go. I know it's our day, but you drank way too much, I tell you. Sure, you can still go for more. If you could stay for just another minute. Your friend will mention something about food being on the rise. Did you happen to know anything about that? We're in the middle of an investigation, so anything at all you could share with us would be greatly appreciated. Oh, you know, I think I might. There's been this suspicious merchant who's been selling knockoffs of brand name goods. Retailers around here have been getting inquiries from customers on them. We're thinking of giving a heads up to the police about it, so your timing is perfect. Would you like the names of the stores that were notified? That would be great, thank you. A new lead from an unexpected source, they went right to visiting the stores specified. They were more than happy to give obvious stats for the knockoffs. The similarities between each account were almost astounding. Then, with plenty of new information in hand, they agreed to find a place to sift through their findings while resting their feet. And then, there was no better spot for a sit-down than a certain bakery on West Street. We've managed to collect a fair bit of information. Indeed, such as how the victims up to this point have dealt in import brands and foodstuffs. Brands like the Quincy Company and Straga Corporation are among them. Wherever these are sold, a merchant has appeared to offer the exact same products for a much lower price. The alternatives, however,
a homoviságot!
Nem is érde, azért tették oda, hogy megvédje azokat a rohadt falusiakat.
Vadvites cigány lesz, hogy álmodva. Jó, ezért hatos iszkiához.
Igen, hó. Vagy nem tudom. Mit csinál vele? Szandot is?
Fasszak, kezd vele! Szaros vászonzsák, és úgy gondolom, meg akkor települete volt. Értéktelen az egész.
Annak úgy volt értéke, hogy ott volt kirakva, mint egy fal. Hasznos lett volna, hogy ott van. Nincs is értelme, hogy eldobja. Hát ez... Igazából mint ilyen vandalizmust tudom csak felfogni. Hát na most... Mert értéke, hogy most azt eladja? Vagy mi? Vagy vitte haza, hogy majd akkor a krumplit abba teszi el a pincében? Vagy...
játszom. Szóval, de másoknak viszont a szarszókat meg.
Igen, oda vagy a víz, hogy mit tudom én, hogy akkor szemlét tartson, hogy mekkora a kár, mit tudom én.
Hogy is egy 10 percig vannak ott.
Igen, a pozíció csak arrébb, hogy a...
Kevés.
Nyilván, most a menni van.
Ott azért kapától a két nap.
Nyilván nem. Akkor a következő futó nem néz neki már jól. Na, utána van próbálom, hogy csökken vissza le. The alternatives, however, inferior knockouts. By the time this is discovered, the merchant has already disappeared. I think there's a connection here. Almost undoubtedly. It ties into our current case. So fraud and counterfeit goods, huh? If you still worry about what that man said earlier, you shouldn't be. Being a Rebonian does not mean you have to shoulder the responsibilities of your entire country. Thank you, I appreciate that. But to me, he represents the majority of Crossbass people. Makes me feel like I can do anything to make them feel better. As an Imperial citizen and as an inspector. I see. You are so much like me in my younger years.
Bármilyen árvízba. Nagyon sok vállalat. Ha mi eleszünk kötve árvízzel, úgy is tudjuk, hogy Magyarországon én szerintem.
Akkor az egész ország úszik, ha itt
víz, Debrecen már nem létezik.
Az Alföld túlsó végén itt Debrecenig eljön a víz.
De akkor már azt tudják, akkor már valószínűleg a szekvényt sem lebontani. Ha szikszalagoztuk volna, vízhatlan legyen, csónakot használnánk. Elcsónakázunk a kópig.
Akkor akkor fogjuk levisszük és akkor beleülünk vagy valami. Akkor már a kubba nem megyünk el, mert akkor már búva felszerelés kell. Akkor az már mindegy.
Utcán közepén lenni, olyan élmény lenne. Mit csinálsz?
Akkor már kint a folyosón is látnánk a vizet, mert azért nem bízhatlan ez a beton tömb.
Akkor már gondolkodtunk volna, hogy valahogy útközben látjuk, hogy hírekben, amik még voltak hírek, aztán addigra már nincsenek.
Igen.
Hogy látjuk, hogy a szív csak jön, akkor az ajtót már megpróbálnánk, amennyire csak tudjuk szigetelni, meg a lakást. Ez egyetlen benchmark ez a lakás, hogy másikban nem megyünk bele, valószínűleg itt köztünk meg ebben a lakásban.
Gondolkodom, hogy ha időben látjuk, akkor elmennénk innen?
Hova? Magasabbra hova? A 20 emeletes van még, de attól lesz mindenki akkor. Meg én abban nem mennék bele, az mindig úgy
mindig úgy billeg.
Igen, ne, inkább maradnék itt. Itt rögtök meg, de azt hamarabb tudod összeomlani.
Itt is attól félnék, hogy a víz azt okozza, hogy valahogy összeomlik az épület. How so? You're deeply serious with a strong sense of justice that makes you want to live up to the expectations placed upon you. But now suddenly all that pressure has become so immense that it's suffocating you, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, you might be right. With the Chancellor now gone, the Empire is racing toward a new era. Amidst all this, my dad is now the representative Chancellor of the entire country. The first step we need to take for this new era is to restore and stabilize our relationship with Crossbar. I believe he's expecting of me the kind of inspection results that will work to that end. And yet, here I am with my hands full with just the stuff immediately right in front of me. I can't help but hate how much of a good-for-nothing guy I am. I hope you won't mind me countering this, but I think you should be more confident in yourself, Machias. You chose the Thornfield path of being an inspector despite how difficult it was going to be. Against your young age, you've been entrusted with the most important aftermath of restorations after the war. This more than prove you're qualified, and it means you absolutely can live up to the expectations your dad has of you. I get panicked when I don't produce results quickly enough. But as a brew not truly at its most divine when the beans have been roasted longer, not truly at its roasted longer. I'm sure you understand what I mean as a fellow lover of coffee. Yeah. You're right, I think I've been trying to rush my progress so much that it's only made things worse instead. Maybe I take it a bit longer to produce results, but better to take it slow and steady than run myself into the ground. That's the way. Hello, Detective. And to you too, Inspector. I don't know if I've ever seen you two in the same place before. If I recall, you're from that former law office, aren't you? I asked if you'd be willing to cooperate with an investigation of mine. We're just taking a short break. What investigation, if I may ask? Is it about the dealer of counterfeit goods? Been keeping up with the times, have you? Yeah, Grace has been all over it. I got to thinking about how the SSS once worked in a similar case, so I was going through some old leads and... What? Would you mind showing us those leads? Would you mind... If we can get our hands on some evidence, I might be able to get the first division to make an arrest. Oh, I don't mind at all. You've done so much for me in the past, Detective. How could I say no? Oh, but keep it a secret from Grace. If she finds out, she might end up forcing her way to the front seat on your investigation. I can picture it now. We'll keep that in mind. A few hours later. I really hit the jackpot this time, haven't I? Roswell never fails to disappoint me. Well, save for a few sour moments. I couldn't be happier about our business arrangement myself. It's much easier to get things done this way. That's my line. I hope we can continue this most profitable of relationships. If Roswell regains its independence, then it may become much easier to do business than it was under Imperial rule. And welcome the return of a prime hunting ground for folks like us. Haha. The joke's on you! What's this? Who might you be? Who might you two be? Well, if it isn't Minif the Kunman and the infamous counterfeit dealer from Calvart. So you're the small fry that used to cause so much trouble in Crossbar. Not? You know who I am, do you? So my past is coming back to haunt me. I never should have allowed that across the special support section to catch me. The files the CPD has on you from last time came in handy. We know everything you've been up to. Surrender peacefully. So this is because of that pesky SSS, is it? Ah, in that case, what perfect timing. I've been looking for a chance to express my gratitude for all they did for me. It's completely flipped the switch. You wake up the whole city at this rate. I've had my run-ins with the SSS as well. If you're friends of theirs, then this is an excellent opportunity to relieve some stress. It's time to get to work. We'll use sheer force to bring you past to your knees. Get out here, you lackeys! Teach those four-eyed lettuce heads a lesson! Négy szemű káposztafejek. Nem, salátafejek. Well then, no one's coming? Where the hell are they? Oh dear. How did the cops find out about the meeting spot? Damn it, this is why I hate working with crooks that always get caught. Was that directed at me? Told you we're 2 steps ahead of you. The entire department will be here soon. I hope you don't think that you can get away. Aren't we clever? All we have to do is break past you, and we can run this racket over and over again. If you won't step aside, then we'll force you out of our way. Get them! Have it your way. We're more than prepared to respond. Counting on you, Inspector Regnitz. Of course. And then there were 2. Ah, those worthless idiots! Truly tragic end. For you, as if I'd give up so easily! Ah, it's all over for you! Still have 1 weapon left! Nem tudsz célozni ennyire. Tudod vele szembe és nem találta el. Ah! Now do you get it? This is the Iron Hammer of Justice. Ah! Eat my dust, you bastards! I always have a place to escape, so long as there's a horizon to reach. What the? Why won't the engine start? Try to tell you, of course we already discovered your getaway plan. So we got out ahead of you and cut the engine. You're welcome to try swimming away from here though. How could you? Well, Miss Counterfeit Dealer, Minif, you escaped justice in the past due to your status as foreigners. But that ends today. Roswell and its laws are evolving. I'll put in a good word for you to see to it that you get right here. Best of luck. Is this really how it ends? Plan was perfect. How could this happen?
Suspects apprehended, 0210 hours.
And so the counterfeit dealer and swindler that had caused the stir in Crossbell were finally caught. The supply routes they had impeded soon returned to normal as the investigation progressed. It was shortly after when Machias heard that the cafe had restocked his favorite coffee beans, inspiring him to drop by the next day before work.
Sorry, thanks for waiting. Here's one of our very own dark roast specials. Boy, I think my jaw about hit the floor when I heard the case had been solved. Thanks to you two, it barely put a dent in business. We owe you one. So, the owner said it's on the house today.
Oh, wow, thank you. It's dark roast or nothing in the morning.
I love the way you can feel it coursing through your body from the first sip. Can't start my day without it. And speaking of, I have something I'd like to share with you a little later. Are you free for lunch? I know a place with food that goes spectacular with any brew.
Absolutely, I'm free.
Oh, Manly Munchies Coffee. Receptet kaptam. Oh. Ah, aha. Detective Dudley. Emlékszel, nála hiányzott az első nót. Ugye, akkor nem hagytam ki vele semmit. Goofy coalition with justice rightfully served, Dudley and his new friend Makia sit together to enjoy a damn good cup of coffee. Coffee couple. Despite throwing himself into his work, Makia still feels inadequate. Dudley sees a younger version of himself in the man, offering words of comfort. És kaptam egy receptet.
You just leave this to your boy. There we go. Nothing. Let's do this. This is,
Let's give this a try.
No, I feel.
There was an accident.
I think I can cook as well as anyone else. Won't you try it for me?